After 36 years, it's time to re-enter the danger zone. Let's get into this one. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well out there. And today we're going to talk about a film that's 36 years in the making to a sequel to that awesome film right there. But before we get into it, like, comment, and subscribe. Join me here. I greatly would appreciate that. Now, this is a non-spoiler review. There's so much to talk about with this film. I will do a spoiler review after the long holiday weekend, but for now, this is just my out of the theater, even though it's not technically out of the theater, it's the morning after thoughts on this kick-ass sequel. And I got a chance to see this last night at the 8 o'clock showing in Cary at the Regal with my lovely wife and Dale _A and his lovely wife. And I know Dale's a big Tom Cruise fan. He's a big Top Gun fan. Matter of fact, me and Dale got to see Top Gun at the Alamo Drafthouse last year on the big screen. I own a 4K right there. I just watched it on Thursday night or Wednesday night in preparation for last night. And I got to say this right up front. This is how you do a sequel to a beloved property and such an iconic character. This is textbook. Whenever somebody decides to do a film, a sequel to a property that hasn't been around in a very, very long time, this should be the playbook they take from. Now, I thought last year Ghostbusters Afterlife did a really awesome job bringing back a property that hadn't been around since '89. I'm not counting the Ghostbusters 2016 because it was its own thing. I thought they did a really nice job. They even did it better. Jerry Bruckheimer, Tom Cruise, and Joseph Kosinski, who directed this film, who worked with Tom Cruise on Oblivion, did an amazing job. Textbook. This is textbook summer blockbuster filmmaking on a level that I don't think we've seen in a while. Just pure adrenaline thrill ride, but also has some heart. There's emotion there. There's callbacks to the original film. So they do tug on those nostalgia strings, but they do it in all the organic right ways. The cast here is awesome. Again, I'm not going to spoil anything. There's too much to talk about. I will do a spoiler review, a much longer one. This is just a short, my initial thoughts on this film. I am going to see it again in the theaters with my buddy Ben and Jason, maybe Monday evening. I don't know. I got to talk to those guys. This is definitely deserves to be seen on the biggest screen you can see it on. We didn't get to see it on IMAX. IMAX was sold out. We got to see it on, but it was loud. It looked amazing. This is amazingly shot film with amazing cinematography. The aerial dogfights and the aerial flying and the battle scenes, especially at the end of the film, I was like death locked on the arms of my chair. That's how awesome and well shot these are. I don't know if we'll ever see aerial footage like this ever again because they did it all for real. There's no green screen in any of the flying scenes. Tom Cruise said when he signed on to do this film, or before he would sign on, that everything has to be done for real. There cannot be no green screen or I'm not doing it. It's not worth doing because they wanted to pay homage to what Tony Scott did in the original. And Tom wanted to do everything for real, and they did, and it looks effing spectacular. Again, I was holding on to my armchair of my theater seat, especially during the last battle scene in this film and the last act of the film. It's awesome stuff. This is what summer blockbuster filmmaking is all about. But Tom Cruise gives a really great performance here. He's awesome as Maverick. He was awesome in the original. Here, they're pulling emotions out. He's a much older man now than he was in the original, obviously. And this is probably the first film in quite some time where Tom Cruise is actually playing his age. And it's actually a really wonderful thing here to see him play that part of Maverick's life. He's still an adrenaline junkie. He's still willing to push things to the edge, to the limits. And we see that several times in this film. But he's playing his age. He realizes he's a much older person now. He's not that young, cocky pilot. He's still cocky and he's still very confident. But he's not a young man anymore. So there's more risks, and they do play on that, but they respect the character. This is his movie. This is Tom Cruise's movie. The surrounding cast, Miles Teller and everybody else, Jennifer Connelly, everybody's awesome here. John Hamm's in this film. The whole cast is great here. But this is Tom Cruise's movie, and they don't disrespect the character. They don't disrespect what's come in the past. Like with Goose, they definitely handle the Goose character. He shows up in photos. I'm not giving anything away. I think they showed some of that in the trailer. It's really well done. It pulled on my heartstrings. I have great nostalgia for the original film. I used to watch that film a lot with my parents. They owned a VHS. As a family, we watched that film many times. And this film delivers. I can't praise it enough. The action scenes are freaking spectacular. The acting across the board is awesome. I can't recommend this film enough, especially if you love the original film. You're going to love this one. But even if you've never seen the original film, I think you will have a great time with this film. And I would give this film my initial thoughts, a 9.75 out of 10. This is pure roller coaster, adrenaline fueled summer blockbuster filmmaking. Something, I don't think we've seen something on this pure of a level in quite some time, and I'm excited about seeing it again. So yes, 9.75 out of 10. My initial thoughts on Top Gun. I will have a spoiler review after the long holiday weekend, so be on the lookout for that. But that's all I got to say about this one. Check it out on the biggest screen you can see it on. Until next time, bye.